Arlene, Krista. Oh my land, you guys. Chris is running. This is a great way to start a new video, isn't it? Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm sorry, I snort when I laugh really loud. Sorry, there it goes. He's leaving. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm so sorry. For you new subscribers, you're gonna probably wonder what in the world is that crazy woman doing over there at Arlene's Country Craft Corner. Let's see if I can compose myself down. Let's try this again. Hi everyone, Arlene here. Welcome back to my Country Craft Corner and to episode number 9 in my 2017 Fall Decor series. How are you guys doing today? We're obviously pretty happy over here at our house today. I'm coming to you today and the reason I have my kitchen table in the background, actually I kind of like this background. I might keep this. Look at the staircase over there, over this shoulder, and then the table over this shoulder. Kind of liking this, other than the stove behind me, you know, kind of like this. This is kind of pretty. But anyway, I'm coming to you today with the kitchen table's lantern centerpiece. And I am really looking forward to making this, you guys. Boy, do I ever love making lantern centerpieces. I found these 2 lanterns that you're gonna say, well, I found 2 lanterns that I use the same. I use one on this table, and then you can kind of even look through there. Right there is my dining room table in my dining room. And there is also a lantern centerpiece on that table too that I'll be doing later on in the series in lighter and airier colors for fall, but lighter and airier greens and silvers and teals and khakis and really pretty light airy colors. But this one I'm going to do today will be in your more traditional fall colors. And I will explain how I do my lantern centerpieces. And the lantern I'm going to be using is rather large. I'll tell you when I get there to make it so you can see how big it is. I'm also going to be making a lantern swag for the top of it. So, you know, so I'll make decor for around it, on the bottom, a little bit inside of it, maybe, and then for a lantern swag on top of it. And that's pretty much all that will be in this video because it's going to take me a good while to make this one probably because I'm making the lantern swag. But anyway, I hope all is well with everyone. I am going to continue putting up my fall series here for quite a while yet. I have many more things to create and decorate in this house. I'm almost done with this section of the house. After this video, I still have another corner shelf to do. Let me see if I can turn it and see. That corner shelf right there where the little cream wreath is hanging, I have that one to do. I might go over the hutch today when I show you the end result of this to show you what I did in the hutch. But I have another little cozy corner on the other side of the hutch that I have 2 crates piled on top of one another that I always try to decorate. And then I also have the powder room, which is down this hallway right there. That's the laundry room straight ahead with the plaid curtains. But the laundry room is there to the powder room is there to the left. So I think I will do 2 more videos, I guess. That's this one and then 2 more, or maybe just 1 more. I don't know. We'll see how far I get covering the rest of this side of the house. And then I'll start on the front of the house where I'll do a grapevine wreath for the back of the front door, a couple lantern centerpieces like I mentioned for the dining room table, 1 for a living room table. I also have several tabletops to you know, add fall accents to and all kinds of stuff. So I will be waiting to do my outdoor decor till probably October when we get, you know, until we get into October. I don't want to do that too soon. I'm doing this for you guys really just to give people an idea of how I decorate and hopefully to inspire some of you to have confidence in yourself to go out and get yourself some fall accent pieces and decorate up your house a little bit. So also too, I wanted to mention, I may be doing a short little home tours when I get finished by decorating. I am going to be involved in a collab with Davita Lane and Kim over there at Sweet Daisy Creations for 2. I'm not sure who else will be involved. But we are going to do a collab of a whole house tour. Well, everything that is decorated for fall in our homes. And we're gonna do that, and that will be out about mid-October. So I need to get the outside done before mid-October because I'm going to make one big video to cover every space that I've decorated. But in the meantime, I will do like a home tour of this part of the house, and then a home tour of the front of the house, and then a home tour of the outside. So I'll have 3 little home tours for you guys here before I do that collab. But anyway, I guess that's it for now. So I'm gonna go and get this camera turned around. Actually, Chris and I are gonna run out for a little while, and then when I get back, I'm going to go ahead and get started with this lantern centerpiece and see what I can come up with it. I don't know. I have pretty much what I had last year in it, but I also have some new stuff, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. And the swag is definitely going to be new this year. So, all right, I'll be right back in a few minutes. Bye. Hey everyone, I'm back, and I'm getting ready to deconstruct my lantern decor and reconstruct it into fall. This is how I made it up for kind of a generic time or a cozy country time of decor when there really wasn't a holiday to celebrate or anything special going on. This is just my everyday decor. So now I'm going to deconstruct it so that I can make it up into a fall decor. Now, let me clean out the inside too. Just the flowers, and then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. Because I have a big candle that I really would rather put in here. But I kind of like the little lights too that are around the pipberry, and I usually put a pipberry flower ring around on the inside. So let's see what I can come up with these lights. Okie dokie. For those of you who might not have seen me create a lantern centerpiece before, let me do a little bit of an explanation before I continue on here. For all of my lantern centerpieces that sit on a table, especially a table that we eat at, I like to be able to pick it up and move it. So I always put my lantern centerpieces in a tray. And I build the decor around the lantern. And then I also have been making lantern swag. So I'm going to be doing both today for this. And I have 3 main things that go through every season throughout the year, and I just switch out the accent pieces to go along with those 3 staple pieces. Those 3 pieces are the tray, this lantern. I actually own 2 of these lanterns. The other one is in on my dining room table, and I'll be doing a lantern decor out of that at a later time for fall in lighter and airier colors. This lantern stands about 20 inches tall by 10 inches on each side. So 20 by 10. It's a pretty big lantern. And the third piece is either a candle or a pipberry garland wrapped in white lights. Right now I have fairy lights in there that can be changed to all kinds of different, I have a remote control with it, and I can change it to different flashing speeds and different things. I usually keep it steady on or just very slightly fading off and on in this one though. So these are the 3 stick, and then I use a 9-inch, this is a Luminera candle, and it comes with a timer, and if you set it on timer mode, it will burn for 5 hours and then go off on its own. And it's really hard to see the light flickering, but it does. The little candle does flicker. So, with that said, the first thing I do is I usually put a placemat or something down in the tray before I start, because I do usually put things in the corner that I don't want to slip and slide around on that mirror. So I put usually a placemat, or sometimes I'll fold up a napkin if it's a smaller tray. And then, now, let me move this out of the way for just a second, because I do want to work with this lantern for just a minute. As I said, I have this pipberry garland in here right now, and I just have it kind of twisted in there, which really looks pretty, and it looks pretty in the times I've done it. I've had it like this since a couple of months now, I guess. But I think I want to make it into a candle ring or a faux candle ring to go around the bottom of this candle. Here are all the different, I'll do a flash frame for you there. All the different settings that you can set these lights to. First of all, I'm going to change the batteries, because the batteries are just about dead in this thing. It takes 3 AA batteries. There we go. For now, I'm going to set this at, let me see if I can figure out how to do it here. I don't know where my remote is. 5, 6. Nope, that's not it. There we go. That's the one I want. Slow fade. There we go. All right. So let me go ahead and put this back in to the bottom. And I really am. I'm just going to twist this around a little bit and see. I don't think I'm going to need to wire it shut or anything. If it bumps up a little bit on the candle, that's okay too. There we go. Make sure your candle is centered. Just like that. And I may revisit this a little bit and put some, or I may do it now, put some fall flowers in there too. Put a pumpkin inside there. And some flowers. Not a lot. Doesn't have to be a lot, because there's going to be plenty of decor. I do want to see something all the way around it though. We'll put some in the back. There we go. I think that'll be plenty. Just a little something something in there. Shut it up. And because I have a remote, I won't have to even open it up until I go to redecorate it. All right. So let's start to build the decor around the bottom first. Bring the tray back over. And try to get this centered on the tray. Ugh, it's heavy. Not quite. Okay, usually the first thing I do is I either take pip berries, or in this case, you could do a leaf garland, something like that. I usually start out all of my decors with pip berries, or I wrap something around. And not only does it add interest and prettiness, but it also provides a base in which to like put your whatever other flowers you're going to put in it, or whatever else you're going to stick in to decorate with. Now last year, you know what, I bought these this year, and I had every intention of using them, but I decided I don't want to. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but it's not going to be in this. I did want to acknowledge that I had purchased those with this possibly in mind. I'm going to move this back a little bit. Instead, I want to go ahead and use what I used last year. And there are I have 2 pumpkins, 2 yellow ones, and 2 orange ones, I think. So they'll go in alternating corners, obviously. It's like an oil rubbed bronze, the same as the lantern. So I couldn't resist. So all I do is simply place them in alternating corners like that. The only other thing I had in here last year was some picks, a couple of picks, and then just some sunflowers. So, feeling, I may have had these on the sides, huh? Let's see, one in the front, one in the back. And that is how I had it done last year. And I think that's pretty. I think I will leave it just like that. Yep. All right. And I think that's plenty of decor around the bottom. Now I'm going to make a swag topper. I'm going to make a funky bow and add some florals to it. Let me move how big and bold I want this thing to be. It's fall and it's the holidays, right? So should I go for it and make it big and huge? Like that? Thinking I don't want it quite that loud, to be honest, that much. So I think I would rather it maybe come to here on both sides. I think that would be plenty. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this down a little bit. I think that will be fine. Let's separate the pip berries out a little bit, send some one direction, and let the others go in another direction. And now, let me gather some ribbon. I would do these 3 ribbons. But you know, after looking at this, I'm not sure I like this orange with it. Let me go see what else I have. Hang on. Okay, let's see. I have some of this. It's kind of like, almost looks like leather. And it's a little darker, which I like that better than this. I feel like that almost clashes, whereas this kind of blends. And I think I'd rather pull in some of the burlap with this ribbon as opposed to the white, because there really isn't a lot of white. And this kind of plays on the yellows too. So it's going to be those 3. Now, before I get started on this funky bow, I do want to say, as I say every time I make a funky bow, and I guess I'm going to continue to say this for a while, I am not the creator of the funky bow. A sweet lady over at Southern Charm Wreaths named Julie, as far as I know, is the one that created the funky bow. So, that said, I have put my own spin on the funky bow. I do it my way, but I learned the basic concept from Julie. So, first thing I do is I cut 3 strips of each of these ribbons, and I do them in 30-inch lengths. So I'm going to do that real quick, and I'm going to speed through that so y'all don't get bored with me sitting here doing this cutting. And then I'm going to dovetail the ends of them. So I will be back when I'm done cutting and dovetailing. And then we'll make up this funky bow. Be right back. I'm back and I'm ready to get started. I have a pipe cleaner right here ready to tie the bow shut with. So the way you do a funky bow, and again, this is my version of it, is I want to have about 10-inch tails and a 5-inch loop on each, with each strip. So I go to 10 and then 20. Remember, I made them all 30 inches long, and I make myself a 5-inch loop like that. And if you have one-sided ribbon, then you're going to need to twist and bring the right side up. But this is 2-sided ribbon, so I'm good with that. 10, 20. And with each loop, I alternate. I turn it the other direction. You guys see what I'm doing? All right. And next, sometimes it doesn't want to cooperate. Now this is one-sided ribbon, so we need to twist this bottom and bring the right side up. So there we go. We have three loops already. Next, we just keep going in this fashion until we run out of ribbon. 10, 20, and then alternating them each time. And 20. Don't worry about the length of your tails. You can always cut them down. I'd rather them be longer than shorter, you know. In here. Two more to go. 10, 20. Now look here, ribbon. it's hard to get them organized when one hand is cramping a bit. And one more. 10, 20. And that is it. And yes, it is a handful. Take your pipe cleaner, put it right around the middle, and pull it shut. And my back was feeling better, and now it's cramping again. It's spasming on me standing here. Ugh. All right. Now it's just a matter of pulling your loops up and mixing them up and mixing up the tails so that no two alike things are beside one another, kind of. Just kind of mix it up as best you can. And sometimes I really do wait until I get it on whatever I'm putting it on, and then I mess around with it and get it all organized, like once I get it on the lantern. There we go. It's kind of pretty, huh? And don't worry about the tails. I'll fix them once I get it on the lantern. Okay, the first thing I want to do is get two things attached to the back of this. One thing is this pipberry, and the other thing is an extra piece of ribbon that I will use to tie the whole thing onto the lantern with. The first thing is this pipberry. And then I'm going to go ahead and find the center point right side down so that when I tie it around, think upside down. You kind of got to think upside down when you're doing this part. And then really tie them on there tight. And I'm going to leave the pipe cleaner kind of long just in case I want to put something else in it. Add something else to it. Then I smushed my bow and all that work I just did. Get this lantern back over here. Come here, buddy. These are heavy. You guys, they can get really heavy. All right, let me kind of move this way a little bit. Well, the first thing I want to do is tie whole thing on. And this lantern provides me with a nice big kind of bulbous piece to use. And I usually try to tie this in a pretty bow. Yesterday I had to tie the one I did yesterday in a knot because I didn't give myself enough ribbon. This time I gave myself enough ribbon to just do a pretty square bow. Left over right, right over left. And I did twist this one so that I could get the right side up. And I think I'm just going to leave it like that, to be honest, because this is kind of going to wrap around. You're going to see this kind of melding in all. I might not need it quite that big. What the heck, I might as well leave it, huh? I'm going to go ahead and dovetail. A lot of people go to the fold when they dovetail their bows. I tend to
go to the edge. Just because I like to be different. It's just the way I've always done it. Okay, so there we go. Oh, I did not do a very good job on that one. Let me try that again. This is slick ribbon. There we go. All right. Now, let's turn this around. Oh yeah. I want to make sure I have this in the picture so when I go to work with it, y'all will see it. The big brown blob on the floor over there is Sam. Right there. He's sleeping. If you hear things snoring, Gracie is laying right here by the island. All right, now, what I like to do is try to pull some of the pip berries that are kind of underneath the bow anyway, kind of up and through the bow. And I'm going to get quiet on you. I just know it. Sorry. It's because I'm concentrating. All right. Now, let's see. You know what? I don't know whether I want to add leaves. I thought I might add a pumpkin. I could do that. And I'm not going to glue it. I'm going to get me a tie wrap. Tie wrap it on. To a part of the pip berry. Y'all didn't see that. Kind of like those kind of just sticking out willy-nilly. Kind of pretty. All right, let's see. I have another pumpkin on there. I'm sorry, you guys. I have to stop. My back is really spasming. Okie dokie. Sorry about that, you guys. I have had back problems for several years, so just excuse me. Sometimes it gets a little bit of the better of me, but I'm okay. I mean, it's no big deal. It's just it's an old Band-Aids injury that comes back to haunt me some days. I am taking some time to cut down some of these crazy tails because I don't need them quite as wild as they are. You see, I did get that pumpkin in there. There we go. I need to probably stand back and do a little assessment of this and see if it needs anything else. So I do think I'm going to get my glue gun out, and I'm just going to stick them here and there, and just to the bow, not to the lantern of course, but just to the bow. So let me get that out. Again, this would be nice if I had a glue pot, which I don't yet. I still have not gotten myself a glue pot. Like I said, I think I'm going to ask for one for Christmas. Do a little bit more trim in here. Wow, this is heating up. Cut up a little bit of these pitberry. It doesn't have to be an exorbitant amount, but just enough to add. You got to be careful with these too, because they will fall apart if you don't cut, because what they do is they wrap a bunch of stems together. So if I can cut behind them, that's what I try to do. Or you just have little pieces of pitberries flying everywhere. And of course, once they're in, I can manipulate them once the glue dries. I'm just putting glue right on the very end. Just kind of laying it in there. Do need to hold it for a minute. Oh, come back. All right, I'm going to let that sit for just a little bit, and I'll come back with some final words. Hey everyone, I'm back and I'm finished. I am thrilled with how this turned out, you guys. Oh my goodness. It is big and bold and, dare I say, beautiful. Not because I made it, just because of I just love fall colors. I love the fall accent pieces. I just love everything about fall. And you know what I just realized? I realized that, yes, I'm decorating in August, but this is the longest time. This is the, for this season, fall stays up the longest. So I'm really glad that I've worked so hard and have finished pretty much this side. I'm going to do this side of the house, the back of the house. I'm fixing to do one more video today. This is going to take up this whole video, and then I'm going to do one more for you guys today and show you what I've finished up and the bins that I have organized to go back down in the basement.
So there'll be that video after this, and then I'm going to start on the front of the house in the lighter and airier and prettier colors. So anyway, for now, I am just going to say until next time, y'all take good care. Bye-bye.